All right, well, we're looking at Acts chapter 2 today. We've already done Acts chapter 1, and what we learned is that this is the early church movement. This is the very beginning of the church, and that Jesus has gone back up to heaven, and the disciples are basically here, and the Holy Spirit has now come upon them, and they've spoken tongues, and they've done a lot of crazy things, and they've been filled with the Holy Spirit. And so now they're starting to kind of come together as one, and it said in the word that daily God is adding to their number. So I think they're up to like 5,000 people now. And daily it's just growing of this new early church movement, of this early Christians of what we are today, just kind of sweeping through Jerusalem and Israel and kind of moving through. And God's just doing some amazing things. One of the cool things in chapter 2, near the end of the chapter, it talks about the disciples coming together daily and doing some stuff. Let's read chapter 2, verse 44. This is what it says. All the believers were together and had everything in common. Verse 45, selling their possessions and goods they gave to anyone who had need. Anyone as he had need. And so basically what they did is since they were meeting together so often, they were coming together so often, not everybody had a ton of money to be able to support themselves or to eat or do these things. So what they did is they started selling their possessions so that they could spend time together, so that they could lead and go wherever God led them. Wherever he went, they were going to follow God. But they did it as a group. And it's interesting, nowadays, sometimes it's like we see people in need, and it's like it's such a big deal. It's like, well, I don't know, God, should I help them? God, I need to pray about it, or any of this stuff. But these people in the early church movement saw somebody in need in their church, in their movement, and they said, you know what, I'm going to sell the things I have. I'm going to sell some of my possessions so that you can eat, so that you can have food, so that you can go along again today with us. I think that is such a big deal that we kind of miss out on today. I mean, we're so about ourselves nowadays. We're so thinking about ourselves and making sure we survive and making sure we get through, and especially with the economy the way it is nowadays. I mean, we gotta each man for himself. But in this early church movement, it was the total opposite. It was saying, you know what, whatever we can do to help the greater cause, that's what we're gonna do. And if that means I gotta sell some things to have my brother or sister eat, then I'm going to do it. Is that our heart today? That's my question. Think about that. It's not like every time a need comes along, you have to do something. I'm telling you to go sell your possessions. I'm saying, where's your heart at? Are we looking to serve people and help people in need? Are we looking out for ourselves?